Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a Jester cast in association with GameReplays.org. This is Craft Cup Finals game number 4. We are sitting at a 2-1 game score here for the Green Protoss, NightEnd, who is part of MTW, and his challenger is Mouse Esports, MaNa. So I kind of like to call them Mr. Knight, Mr. MaNa. I think it sounds kind of fun, but hey, let me know. This is feedback. This is the first series of Jester casts, and really I'll take any and all criticisms at this point. So we are up 2-1. NightEnd using great Phoenix harass on the mineral lines of Mr. MaNa and basically just killing him from the economy side, and Mr. MaNa really not doing the great counters that he needed to do against that Phoenix harass, and just lost really to mass Immortals, mass Zealots, and mass Phoenix transitioned into mass Void Ray. So this is game number 4, and I do believe it is a best of 3 series, or I guess this would be a best of 5 series, but whoever wins 3 times gets the money. I do believe there's $80 on the line. I mean, it is a Craft Cup. Craft Cup runs every week, so check them out. They run every week for US in EU, because obviously you cannot mix and match with StarCraft 2. Thank you very much, Blizzard. So, all that aside, this is game number 4, Mouse, MaNa, and of course we are on the famous map here with the destructible rocks, and really the rush distance here, I mean, with those rocks destroyed, not much at all. But otherwise, I mean, it's very obvious where your opponents are going to be spawning, and Mr. Knight here really does seem to favor the early scouting, even though there's really not much he can do at this point. I mean, sure, you can chip away these shields, fine, great, awesome, but at the same time, the usefulness of that is very mute. So again, in a lot of high player PvP action, a good strategy to go is, you know, rob your opponent of gas, because a lot of the times it's going to go way beyond tech number 1. You know, those Zealots and Sentries combos, they're going to go way beyond that, and you're going to need a lot of gas. You deny your opponent gas, and really you're going to have a big advantage, because you're going to have a lot of extra gas to really move on. So that being said, we do have now, I did notice this go down, a proxy pylon out by these destructible debris themselves. I guess they can talk however they want. So we might be seeing a quick warp gate, rush, cheese kind of fun stuff over there. We do have the cybernetics core down. It is not being chrono boosted. Look at all this extra energy, Mr. MaNa. Get rid of it. Use it. Bring down this research time by 50%. Nope, you wanna do it on your gateway. Fine, okay, I tried. He can't hear me, but it doesn't matter. So we do have the 1 gate to cybernetics core for Mr. Knight. He's getting that cybernetics core really late, but he does have the double gas going, as opposed to the difference here. There we go, chrono boosting that research, bringing it back down, no problem. Hidden gateway in the back here. We are going to go on a triple gateway for Mr. MaNa, and this warp gate quadruple 4 gate build. There we go. So that's always a fun build to go. So Mr. MaNa is going to go 4 gates with the quick cybernetics core research for warp gate. It's going to be warping in over here, no problem. But this Zealot, I don't know, he's on a direct path, and he is going to find, he's looking for those proxies. He knows what's going on. There it is. He found it. Now he knows what's going on. We do have a gateway coming in here, and a robo bay, so we're going to go on a 2 gateway robo bay for Mr. Knight, and he is getting that warp gate technology himself. Is Mr. MaNa going to be able to use this? No, he is not. He just got these warp gates going. There they are, and he must be pretty mad at that. So yeah, there you go. Scouting for your cheese always pays off. I mean, you could have put it up here. That would have been no problem. But I still think they would have found it, no worries. So that is going to be putting a huge damper here for Mr. MaNa, because he was depending on that pylon for, you know, the quick reinforcements, and the fact that he would have 4 gate over 2 gate robo. Now NightEnd here playing very true to himself, going for that quick immortal. He does not seem to go for these quick observers whatsoever. As I said, very late to the scouting party, and just does not really seem to overall care. Which, hey, that's fine. If it works for you, it's worked for you. He is in the lead after all. But now, new proxy pylon going down really cuts down the rush distance here from unit creation from your base, so you don't have to build it in your base and run all the way over here. So a little bit more confident, going to go for another one, so even cut it down a little bit more. And as we normally see, this front door is not blocked off, but these force fields coming out has trapped at least 2 zealots in them, and NightEnd will be able to clean that up, no problem. And now we're going to be orb walking, looking to kite these zealots, put in as much damage as you can, but you're going to run into the back of the party there, and now you really got to get rid of this immortal, because this immortal, look at that, 2 kills, no problem, and does 70 damage against armored, and of course stalkers are armored. So this is really a play that pays off very well for NightEnd, as he usually makes great use of these immortals. Now, here we go, another kind of attack party from Mr. MaNa, but I mean, again, these stalkers are, you know, they're armored, and these immortals just gobble those armored units up, no problem. And now Mr. Knight here, he doesn't want any more proxy cheese. This is not looking good for Mr. MaNa whatsoever, as he is kind of being forced back right to his base, and this is a stray force field going down there. I love the force fields, how you gotta make everyone go around them. What, no problem. But you know, a third immortal added to this party. Force fields going down behind him. You cannot really run away from that. You are stuck, especially when the zealots bring you right up there. Destroys the entire army. Let's take a quick look at army. Army is, yeah, that's a pretty big difference right there. Units lost, look at that, 24, triple the unit amount lost for Mr. NightEnd here. And really all the cheese is done, and all you have is 4-gate. You haven't not even gone to RoboBay. You were putting a lot into this 4-gate rush. I mean, why not? It's for the money, it's for the grand marbles, so to speak. But yeah, at the same time, Mr. MaNa, it was nice stoic you, but you cannot take on these immortals, especially with a wide ramp like this. You need at least 2 to 3 force fields to block off. Not going to happen with 1 sentry. They're just going to come right up here and start decimating. Look at the damage that these guys put out, no problem. And really, there's nothing MaNa has left. After the proxy pylon was discovered, even pulling off the probes on the line, I mean, yeah. In comes a Phoenix for NightEnd as well, so it looks like he did that hidden Stargate in the back. So playing very standard, not even deviating, and you know, the Phoenix harass usually would be used to great effect here, but at the same time, PvP is so stupid. That being said, does look like NightEnd goes on to win the cup itself for Craft Cup number 5. I do believe there's something like 600 entrances into this tournament. It's a really well-known tournament, runs week to week. Check it out, craftcup.something. Just Google it, Craft Cup. I am FourCourtJester with GameReplays.org, and this was the first series of the Jester casts. Kind of got to get used to this tab, I know, but I'll take any and all criticisms at this point, and really, these games hopefully will just keep getting better and better. Hopefully we'll not see some PvP down the line, as I think that's all really the cheese I can take. But let us know at GameReplays.org. Great place for your StarCraft 2 replays, tournaments, all that fun jazz. A showcasing section is really, really well done, and you know, we have a great team of staff. So that being said, come drop us a line, and we will see you next time.